Hello, friends. Welcome to the new episode of Money Works for Me podcast. We are recording this session on November 2nd, 2021. On behalf of Money Works for Me, I would like to wish you a very happy Diwali. In today's podcast, we are going to discuss about a fintech company whose services we use in our daily lives, especially at the billing counters. Yes, we are talking about Paytm. This has been one of the most anticipated IPOs from the fintech startup and has a lot more excitement around it. Talking about the details of this issue, the IPO date is from 8th November to 10th of November. The price band is between 2080 per share to 2150 and the lot size is of 6 shares. The issue size is about 18,300 crores and the post-issue market cap is about 1,40,000 crores. 50% of the IPO proceeds will go to existing shareholders and the rest will be utilized by the company for growing and strengthening Paytm's ecosystem, investing in new business initiatives, acquisitions, strategic partnerships, and general corporate purposes. With me, I have our equity analyst Rushikesh Bise. Welcome, Rushikesh.
Hi, Aditya.
So, Rushikesh, let us begin the discussion with the big IPO in this Diwali festive season. Can you brief us about the Paytm and its business model?
So Aditya, as you mentioned in the introduction, Paytm is a fintech startup company. It is India's well-known and widely used digital ecosystem for consumers as well as merchants. And we have been familiar with this company, especially after the demonetization period. Vijay Shekhar Sharma, an alumni of Delhi College of Engineering, is the founder, MD and CEO of this company. And he is also the chairman of the board. So the company was started in 2000 and the Paytm was launched in 2000 as a mobile-first digital payment platform to enable cashless payments for Indians. Then starting with the bill payments and mobile top-ups as the first use cases and the payment wallet as the first Paytm payment instrument, they have built one of the largest payment platform in India. And this I am saying based on the number of consumers, number of merchants, transactions and revenue as of March 21. And talking of the business model, I would like to mention about the title of blog on Moneyworks for Me website, which says Paytm yet to establish viable business model. Now, I'll come to that part later in our conversation. But yes, the company offers payment services, commerce and cloud services and financial services to 33 plus crore consumers and over 2 plus crore merchants registered with them. Paytm app is available in 11 Indian languages and enables consumers to transact at in-store merchants, pay bills, make mobile top-ups, transfer money digitally, create and manage Paytm payment instruments, check linked account balances, service city challans and municipal payments, buy travel and entertainment tickets, play games online, access banking services, borrow money, buy insurance, make investment, and all such kind of things.
Okay. Talking of the kind of market Paytm is into, what kind of opportunities are available for Paytm now?
Talking of the opportunity size, I can safely say that India is heavily underpenetrated in terms of digital payments and overall financialization for that matter. So with increasing smartphone penetration, internet usage, and rising usage and availability of digital products, India's digital ecosystem seems to be at an inflection point. So if I tell you in terms of number, the overall digital commerce in India is expected to grow over 3.3 times in next 5 years to more than about 300 billion in FY26 from about 90 billion currently in FY21. So you see, millions of young and aspiring consumers in India are underserved in terms of payments and financial services products. So think of how much it can benefit small businesses in the country by increased access to affordable software, technology and financial services. And given all this, Paytm has a large addressable market in India. But remember, I'm talking about the opportunity or the overall big cake. So how much Paytm can actually eat from this cake? There can be differences in the opinion.
All right. So what is our opinion on Paytm? Opinion on the financials of the company and how do we find the business model? Good, bad or gruesome?
So short answer to your question is good. Paytm has potential to become great if it can make its customer base sticky. Paytm is a platform business and comes with a package of services like online marketplace for shopping, financial services and cloud services. Its strength comes from around 33 crore users on its platform to whom it can cross-sell. Paytm's business heavily depends on the ability to cross-sell the financial and e-commerce products and charge a small commission on the same. But I will also like to talk about the challenges in the anticipated growth. So payments and financial services is a highly competitive business. You have the large banks from the country with mighty balance sheets investing heavily into the payments and digital lending services. And the another leg of the business of the Paytm is Paytm Mall, which is e-commerce business. So there are huge risks from behemoths like Amazon, Flipkart. They are backed by the long-term capital through their parent companies from US. And Paytm, on the other hand, is owned by private equity players who have relatively short-term horizons. At some point in time later, they may or may not infuse capital if the company doesn't chalk out profitable business model. Alibaba, one of the leading investors, may also back out if it faces regulatory hurdles in its own country, China.
That sounds great. I will come to the blog on MoneyWorks for Me website, which says, yet to establish viable business model. Why do you say that?
Okay, let's take a holistic view of these things. So last decade has seen falling interest rate globally, which led to huge inflow in private equity. So these private equity funds have been infusing funds into large 2 to 3 players in every segment. Irrespective of the profitability, they are funding companies, making them chase larger and larger addressable markets. So, history suggests that top 2 to 3 players in every industry can become behemoth, but initially they have to wear out the other small peers. However, in the current environment, quite a few companies are yet to establish a viable business model which can make a built to last kind of a company. What we mean by a viable business model is quite a few business segments have little to no unit economics. Every unit they sell has an operating loss. So coming to Paytm, it started with payment services and ventured into ancillary products like cross-selling financial products, broking, etc. It also entered e-commerce. Again, it's a very competitive segment where it competes with big muscle players like Amazon and Flipkart. So till now, Paytm is in experimental phase where it is trying to monetize its customer base. It will take a while to identify what drives value in Paytm's valuation.
And lastly, I want you to share with us your views on valuation of Paytm and MoneyWorks for Me recommendation on this IPO.
Talking of valuations, the market cap of Paytm is around 140,000 crores, which is almost 39 times price to sales. The profitability at operating level is still absent as the company is into early stage of growth. So it continues to spend heavily on marketing and promotion. So the current margins are pretty depressed. Let's say if we assume 20% operating margin for a platform business, Paytm has to grow at 33% CAGR for next 10 years for the IPO investors to earn a return of 13% CAGR. So, it's like 10 years to earn cost of capital returns. Just like other fintech platform companies coming up with the IPOs, definitely Paytm's headline valuation also is quite steep. The upside risk with high growth businesses is that growth can be exponential in initial years, or a company can expand scope of its business by venturing into products within the segments that it operates in. Now coming to MoneyWorks for Me recommendation, we suggest that if you like the business model or if you are willing to accept the high risk for potential high returns, you can subscribe in the IPO. But we recommend restricting your allocation to 1 to 2% of your portfolio. And let me highlight here that high risk doesn't mean guaranteed high returns. For others, we recommend avoid this IPO and prefer more predictable and undervalued stocks. If you are a fundamental investor, you would be more interested looking to invest into companies that report high profitability, trade at reasonable prices, and earn consistent cash flows. The odds of succeeding in long short ideas like Paytm's is very low. And the matter of the fact is that you would know which platform companies succeeded only in the hindsight a couple of years later.
All right, Rishikesh. Thank you for sharing your views on outlook of Paytm IPO. I would like to highlight here that MoneyWorks for Me does not recommend buy just because IPO market is hot. We do not earn any commission or fee for promoting IPOs, so expect an honest review from us on the business models and valuations. I'm sharing with you the link on the blog on this IPO. Check out the blog to know more interesting insights about the Paytm and know our recommendation rationale in detail. Till then, happy investing.